Here I am in a blue and white pinstripe shirt making some tea. My shirt is pretty wrinkly, my sleeves are rolled up, and I'm making Immune and Stress Elderberry Lemon Balm Yogi Tea. Today's Yogi Tea quote is, "Be kind to yourself," and I definitely need that today. It was evening when I recorded this, so the windows are pitch black, but all the lights are on in my kitchen, and the walls of my kitchen are a sage green. There's a bouquet of flowers on the center of the table with a sunflower and my lit up iPad, and oh, I spilled my tea. So here I am cleaning it up. So much for the aesthetics, right? Aesthetics who? Look at my wrinkly shirt and the hair coming out of my bun. Performer, disabled, queer, latiné. This is Living Life in the Intersections, XOXO, with Matt. Weekly videos. Subscribe and hit that bell. Oh, I gotta clean this. My scripts will be here, but I had to block them out because NDA. Got my stress relief tea. Be kind to yourself. And then a bag of clean laundry. It's just like my reusable makeup wipes and stuff, because sometimes I need something to do while I'm running lines. I like to do something physical, and since I need to be sitting down right now, and also I'm sitting in a wheelchair for the shoot, I am going to be doing something with my hands if I feel like I need to do something while I memorize. Not at all sponsored. I don't have sponsors. When I'm memorizing lines, I usually use the app called Line Learner. It's the only way I was able to memorize all of my lines for my show, my off-Broadway show, where there was only 3 people talking the entire time. And so I had that running earlier today, throughout the day, but for a couple of hours while I was doing chores and things. But it's time that I just am kind of old-fashioned here and using a piece of paper kind of a thing where I block it, I say a sentence, look at it, okay, got it right, yada yada. The thing that's difficult with this project is I basically have like 4 monologues and that's it. I'm just like talking right at the camera, and it's like I can't say who it's for or what it's for, but it's just like an industrial type thing. If you're an actor, you've probably auditioned or done things like this where it's like training videos for a company. So it's not a commercial that's going to end up anywhere that the general public can see, but it is a training, it's for like a training video portal type thing for a company. So yeah, that's all I think I can say. I'm wanting to take you guys along with me as much as I can through this process, but I can't film while I'm there. So I'm going to do as much as I can to share this experience in like a way that's not breaking my contracts that I've signed. But this is the first time I've ever done something like this. And I don't know, I think it would have been nice to have heard from someone else how it went or like what to expect. So I'm so glad that I have agents now, because I would not have known how to like negotiate something like this. I'm a little more comfortable negotiating things for theater just because that's what I primarily do. So this is my first on-camera gig with an agent. I've done one on-camera gig before. I've done one student film, and then before that, I did one on-camera gig that was paid non-union in LA when I was like 18 or 19. And that was like so random and different. It was like an improv thing. I was on We the People with Gloria Allred. I was like I think I was the defendant or something. I don't know. But with this, I have actual lines. It is a non-union contract, but it pays very well, and I have to memorize these lines. And it's a lot of speak. No big words really that are like hard for me to pronounce or anything, but it is just businessy, techie talk. So I found out, I want to say on Wednesday, that I booked it, and the shoot day is Saturday. So Wednesday I found out, well, my last audition for them, I filmed it on Friday but submitted it, I think Sunday night. It was due Monday. Found out I booked it on Wednesday, signed contracts after agent negotiation stuff on Thursday, got my scripts from them sometime in that time frame. And now it's Friday and I'm trying to finish memorizing because it's a lot of like monologuing. And today, Friday, the day before, is when I got my call sheet email from them, like what time I'm supposed to be there, and they, in this particular instance, they want me to bring my own attire and do my own hair and makeup because it's very natural. And so My agent negotiated for me that I'll get like a laundering fee since I'm using my own clothes, and then also that I'm getting reimbursed for calling accessible transportation, like an accessible van. I usually use Uber Wave, so I'm going to schedule that right now, actually. I can schedule it ahead of time. Since I'm going to be commuting with my wheelchair, that is an accommodation request that the agent got for me. So that's very, very nice, so that I don't have to stress about trying to catch a bus, hope the lift works, etc. I can just already have my hair and makeup done, easily get into a van with my wheelchair and be in the air conditioning on the way to the gig. Here's a clip of me reciting lines. I cut the sound out so that you don't find out what it was for. But something really exciting that I can share with you is the video that I just posted last week. I had filmed right after an audition that I had filmed and I talked about that in last week's video, that I felt really good about it, and it was for a wheelchair user, and I was so excited to be called in and to be able to use my mobility aid, and I booked it. They had called me in to read for multiple characters within this industrial gig, and I felt really good that they kept calling me back, and that the final role that I did book had so many lines and uses a wheelchair. Switching over to another clip from later in the evening. This is after I took a shower, took a bath, I'm in my pajamas, I have pimple patches on my chin, and I am now writing out my lines. This is another method that I use when I'm memorizing. I try to write out everything multiple times and just really get that muscle memory in, and then once I'm done writing out the full words, then I try to just write the first letter of each word in the sentence. I had a timer set, and eventually I just had to call it and go to bed. Here I am the next morning diffusing my hair, my makeup is all done, and I'm ready to go film. I couldn't film anything at the shoot, and it was my first industrial gig ever, my first anything commercial related gig ever. And I had so much fun. Everybody was so nice. The building was incredibly accessible. I had no issues getting my wheelchair in and out of places. Every bathroom on the floor had an accessible stall. It was just really, really nice. The food was aight. The craft services was okay. They provided breakfast and lunch, so I really cannot complain. And there was always some kind of a gluten-free option, and they had tons of coffee and water around, which was, of course, really nice to have. All in all, I had a really great time, and I felt like, yeah, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is how I'm supposed to be making money in between theater gigs. And it just felt really good. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for tuning in to this week's video. I have some really exciting things coming up in the next few weeks, so I hope you stick around and tune in for the next one. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you enjoyed this video, I would love it if you gave it a thumbs up and dropped a comment below. If you made it this far, maybe go ahead and tell me what your favorite ice cream flavor is. Yeah, that'll do. All right, I hope you stayed hydrated during this video. Cheers.